It's day one in the pretrial for David Anthony Burke. It's not even lunch, but I have gathered so much information about the first two witnesses and just like the vibe of the courtroom. So it's really looking like the state is calling witnesses based on the timeline, because the first witness was the sheriff that actually went to David's home back in February 2024, if you remember, when they were looking for Celeste, saying, hey, she's a missing child. Do you know where she is? Like, what is your relationship with her? And they showed the body cam footage for about a half hour. And then just graphic, like, trigger warning that they're going to describe some pretty awful things with the second witness, because it is the detective who came across Celeste's remains in the frunk of David's Tesla. As far as like the vibe for the courtroom, I am being told that David is just seeming super calm and collected. And last night, his team actually requested that he not be restrained, and so the judge said, okay, you can like not have handcuffs, but you do need to have like a waistband and with shackles on your feet. It's not clear if all of Celeste's family members are there, but her parents were photographed walking into the courtroom. I also want to get it out of the way that it appears everyone is saying that David is just locked in on the monitors regardless of what is being shown on there. Like, he is seeing all of these graphic crime scenes that a lot of the reporters even said for themselves it was hard for them to look at. So like I mentioned, the prosecution's first witness was Los Angeles County Sheriff's Deputy Juan Gonzalez, and he testified that he responded to David Burke's home on February 17th, 2024 to conduct a welfare check after Riverside County's investigators reported a 13-year-old missing girl, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Now, the deputy testified that David Burke told him that he met Celeste through social media and Discord in 2020 or 2021 and had only met her once in person and believed that she was 18 years old because she told me she was 18. And mind you, this is all being broadcasted as far as like the body cam footage. So these reporters and people in the courtroom are actually seeing like his cadence, his demeanor. So David claims that the last time that he had seen Celeste was November 12th of 2023, but that the last time that he spoke with her was February of 2024. And I remember it came out that he showed the deputies like a picture of Celeste's yearbook photo, and now it's confirmed that it's her 6th grade yearbook photo with a Batman shirt that she was wearing. But then, interestingly enough, he also showed them a missing persons flyer during that welfare check. So the deputies searched Burke's Doheny drive home with his consent while looking for Celeste, and he testified that he noticed a lot of Hello Kitty items, but David explained that it was just like an artist home and there were a lot of people that were frequently staying there. Now, one specific moment on the body cam footage was, quote, this is what David said: she told me that she was 18, but everyone is saying that she's 13. Then he gives them Celeste's phone number and then just discusses like how they met. Now, during cross-examination, David's team were trying to poke holes and be like, okay, well, David was actually super cooperative, right? And just, being willing to let them search his home, and then also repeatedly stating that he believed that she was 18 years old. And then the prosecution bounced back by saying like, hey, well, did he ever say that he was in a romantic relationship with Celeste? Did he ever try to help her leave her home and run away? Did he ever, state and actually tell the truth? The defense attorneys obviously objected before the questions were able to be answered, and the judge sustained the objection. Okay, so witness number 2 was LAPD robbery homicide detective Joshua Byers, and he testified he responded to a Hollywood tow yard on September 8th, 2025, after employees reported a strong odor coming from the back of a Tesla, which we knew about. So the detective testified that investigators obtained a warrant, and they went inside of the front trunk to discover a partially unzipped black bag containing dismembered human remains. And this is where everyone kind of had a hard time. It's going to be a bit graphic, so trigger warning. So they were shown photographs from inside the Tesla front trunk describing basically the body with several limbs and arms, legs covered in blood, insect activity, and decomposition. The bags and the body parts were wet and bloody, and they saw the bag closed inside of the frunk and then opened on the ground. They also saw an image of a head and a torso and what appeared to be curly black hair. And mind you, that this entire time David is just looking at the monitor and focused on the entire presentation, doesn't ever seem to look away. The detective also noted some blue plastic or fiber fragments embedded in the cut surface of some of the limbs, including near a kneecap. He also had testified that the victim's left ring finger and pinky finger had been amputated, along with the right index finger with the tattoo. He then says that due just to the advanced decomposition, that he could not identify the victim's face because of, quote, skin slippage. Now, we knew that the two fingers were not found, but I did not know, this is new information to me, that there were in fact 3 missing fingers. And day 1's not even halfway over, so I'll report back on the second half, but I just wanted to bring you the latest.